It should be you on this boat, Snake, not me! I'm based and red-pilled! You're a liberal cuck!
Welcome to Bastard Sword. I'm Josh.
I'm Drew.
We're gonna do a Metal Gear Solid review quiz. Basically, I'm gonna read Drew a bunch of reviews that I've curated, and he has to guess which Metal Gear game I'm pulling the review from.
All right, so I suppose we're ready to get into it?
I think we're ready to get into it.
Okay. Let's do this, motherfucker.
Stop saying this.
Okay, so I just kind of went around the internet and tried to grab some negative or funny, kind of silly reviews. I will give you the writer and the score. My first one doesn't have a score because I pulled it from Steam, but
I'm curious to see how terrible I'm going to do at this. And ground rules real quick. Are we sticking to just the mainline series or?
there's going to be some curveballs in here.
Oh no. Okay.
We're going to cover most of them. I would say stick to console games, the popular titles that we either know or hate, if that gives you a hint.
Which we are we talking the royal we? Because I feel like we had
us,
some
yes,
different
collectively.
Okay.
I don't really hate any of the games we covered. I should clarify that.
I distinctly remember you saying you hated Metal Gear Solid 5 and it was a whole ordeal.
I think you said you hated Twin Snakes. I just ranked Metal Gear Solid 5 at the bottom.
I cannot deal with Twin Snakes. It's too many snakes. No one asked for that many snakes.
It's too many snakes. Too many cooks, but it's too many snakes.
Yes.
Too many cooks, too many cooks, too many cooks, too many.
All right, so what do we got?
Okay, we'll start with the Steam one because it's the one I got. Fluffy writes, recommended. She's solid on my snake till I liquid.
So I feel like Liquid was not really a presence in Metal Gear Solid 5, but I kind of feel like he has to be talking about Quiet. So I'm going to guess the Phantom Pain.
Solid Master Collection, Volume 1. Got you already.
Already? I'm not off to a good start here.
Okay, so the next one. PS Gaming writes, score a 7 out of 10. The game is great for its story, even though it's not finished, and the development of weapons, items, etc. is very slow. Also, how the hell can Snake not climb rocks? Like, what the fuck was Kojima thinking at this time? They can't develop a grappling hook, and some mission tasks are so hard, I must watch from YouTube tutorials on how to achieve them. This is why I gave it a lower score. Maybe Kojima didn't get the time from Konami to develop the ideas he was having.
I mean, I too must watch YouTube to develop the proper tactics to finish the missions or whatever he said. I feel like you're trying to trip me up and get me to just keep saying Phantom Pain because it's not finished is definitely the meme about Phantom Pain. But like, it has to be that. I'll go with Peace Walker. Is it Peace Walker?
No, you had it. I'm gonna give you. Right. I'm gonna give it to you on this one because you said it right from the get-go.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Let's shift gears here a little bit.
Okay. So, are we limiting it to one review per game? Can I just keep guessing Phantom Pain? I'm going to use a strategy of just like circling C for every answer. I
have a whole batch of reviews for just about every game.
I'm going to preemptively guess Phantom Pain for the next one too.
Ahmed 8 Libra writes 0 out of 10. The worst game I have ever played in my entire life. The AI in this game is a joke. Giving this game a decent score is a big joke.
See, this to me sounds like someone that is big mad about something that may or may not actually be related to the game.
I think so.
And I'm going to attribute that to him being big mad about the Kojima situation and say that that's Metal Gear Survive.
Oh, I'm sorry. This one is MGS4.
Really?
Guns of the Patriots.
How is it? Okay. 0 out of 10 for the guns of the Patriots. All right. Fair enough.
0 out of
Ahmed.
10. He fucking hated it.
This man is not happy about the gun.
Harry Poulis, 7 out of 10. I played this game after playing Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and don't find the excitement as good as MGS5. I know it came from the previous years, but still it's what I expect versus something it gives. Probably the best way to give it the best rating is play the game when it's happening. I don't know what he means by that, but you gotta play the game when it's happening.
Yeah, are we like time traveling here? You got to play the game when it's so.
You got to guess. All right.
Ah, man. So it definitely
Time travel might be an element.
with the way he's talking about it being from an older time. I feel like he's going back multiple generations.
Yeah, there's some retrospective happening.
Yeah,
here.
I'm gonna go with Snake Eater.
You are correct.
I'm correct. Yes.
Yeah, you got one.
I think I'm
But
2
you're
for 2. Yeah.
Brendo, 214, 3 out of 10. Never before have I been as frustrated by a game than this game.
And that's it? That's all we have to work with?
That's it. That's all you got.
Never before have I been as frustrated by a game than this game. What could possibly cause Brendo 214 to be so frustrated? Okay, I am going to say... I feel like this is another trick, and this doesn't seem like something that a mainline Metal Gear would do. Is this Revengeance?
This is not a trick. No.
This is not a trick.
You keep it mainline. I'll give you that.
Oh,
hint.
we'll keep it mainline. All right. What could possibly cause him to be that frustrated? Was it like there's no way Ground Zeroes or anything? Was he that frustrated with? I don't think it'd be Twin Snakes either. I'll go with Peace Walker again.
Metal Gear Solid.
How is he going to be that frustrated with Metal Gear Solid? I suddenly am losing respect for Brendo 214. I thought we had a real connection, but
All right, I'll give you a fire one here. Waffles, 0 out of 10. Horrible. I'd rather eat a huge dump in every single toilet in every single school in every single state in every single country than play this garbage. He would rather eat a huge dump.
several huge dumps. It kind of sounded like he
Yeah.
wants to go on a dump eating world tour.
And this is just across the board. This is not like mainline. So
See, I want to go back to Metal Gear Survive again, because that sounds like the kind of shit that would have been thrown at Metal Gear Survive.
I'm going to give you that one. You are correct.
I will take that one. I'm glad you gave it to me before I talked myself out of that. So,
So you can't be like Waffles. You can't be waffling.
I was
You gotta
trying to
just
waffle like my man.
Commit to the dump. Datamari, 4 out of 10. The story is worthless. The stealth mechanics are stupid, and the boss fights are repetitive and bland.
Repetitive and bland boss fights. I'm going to go with Sons of Liberty.
Metal Gear Solid Revengeance.
Revengeance, I guess.
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Metal Gear Rising Revenge.
I wrote solid.
Are there stealth mechanics at all in Revengeance? I guess maybe.
There is one really bad stealth mission.
And I guess it is bad enough to warrant mention in the review. Threw me off.
I got curveballs. Okay. Zerilos, 3 out of 10. First MGS game I didn't like and had to delete after 2 hours of play. I've been gaming for 20 years and I have never seen a game with worse controls. It's a nightmare. I'm sure the story is as good as everyone says, but I hate it every minute I put in.
Oh man, my man here is big mad about the controls, but he sounds like a Metal Gear veteran. So he's been playing them for a bit. He's deleting it, which means it shouldn't be one of the older ones. I mean, I guess it could be, but I'm assuming dude is playing it somewhat contemporaneously with when it was. See, I'm leaning towards Metal Gear Solid 4 again, but I don't know. I'm gonna try that. Yeah, I'll go with 4.
Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
See, I guessed Peace Walker like 3 times already, so I just gave up on it being an option.
And you were the one talking about the controls.
And they were dog shit. So I agree with this
Yeah.
man. So
They're a little wonky for sure. Let's see here. Here's a curveball for you. JSM Tatey, 4 out of 10. Average game, average textures, input lag with strange movements. If you die, you have to run back through the stuff you did before. Level design is poor, and open world areas are shallow. Just basic storytelling. Nothing really special outside of shiny looking characters that don't have any depth.
So, open world sections. The only game that really has open world sections is the Phantom Pain, but I feel like it's not going to be that again.
Yeah.
What was the dude's
You're gonna hate me for this one.
I am.
His name is JSem Tatey. JSEMTADY.
All right, Jason Tatey.
Jason.
I feel like he's really trying to. He is just intentionally and maliciously trolling me and no one else but me. I'll go with I don't know, man. I'll go with the Phantom Pain again. I'm just gonna keep guessing that.
See, this is a troll on my behalf because the review is actually for Stellar Blade.
I don't know how much you could hear that heavy sigh, but
oh, I felt it. All right. Ezra the God says 0 out of 10. The gameplay is good and all, but I really don't like the game.
You're throwing a lot of 0 out of 10s here, and especially for the gameplay being good and all.
The gameplay is good, but I hate the game.
It's a good game. I just hate it.
This will be a mainline title, by the way.
This will be a mainline title. Gameplay is good and all, but I hate the game. This sounds like a Metal Gear Solid 2.
Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater.
Okay.
Yeah, and I could kind of see it if you were like saying that about MGS2.
Yeah, because I'm thinking this is someone that's really salty. Like, this gamer American has had his right to play as a military badass violated by Hideo Kojima, and he made him play this JRPG looking dude, and so he's really mad, and so he hates it. But
stuck on a tanker, trying to navigate walkways.
But no, okay. Apparently he just has bad taste.
Okay, here's a good one. The Mook Man, 3 out of 10. Is that a bad word? Should I not say that one?
It sounds like a bad word. I don't think it actually is, but it sounds like something that should be a bad word if it's not.
Mook? Yeah, like a foolish person. Okay, it's not like...
It's a person regarded with contempt, especially a foolish person. All right.
Sadly, playing this game makes me feel like a big boss because it stinks and is boring. So you got a little bit of a clue there.
Yeah, my dude's calling out the big boss. So, well, we've already had 2 Snake Eaters, so I feel like you're not going to throw a third one in there. Don't feel like that would be a review for Ground Zeroes. I'm going to go with Peace.
You want to say it?
Do I want to say Phantom Pain again? I do.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. We'll go ahead and give you that one. I could feel it. I could like you were like,
I'm trying to avoid saying
it. This might work for you actually. If you just keep guessing Phantom Pain. This one should be kind of on the nose. Vidjabum, 4 out of 10. I wanted to buy this game, but where was the video game? I tried to find it at a local retailer, but where was the video game? I tried at a big entertainment store, but where was the video game? I tried to find it on the internet, but where's the video game? I got a copy from my friend, put it in the console, and watched 10 hours of unskippable cutscenes.
This is Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yes.
Where is the video game?
Where is it? It's in there. And the cutscenes are skippable. You can skip all that shit.
I have it on good authority that they're not. I heard it in a review recently that sounded pretty authoritative.
I feel like that's a person who like watched it, like actually watched someone play it on YouTube and was like, when does he play it?
He had to, because where was the video game? He couldn't buy it.
Yojimbo 2015. This is a 6 out of 10. An early installment of the groundbreaking stealth game has its own unique style and attractive design, but compared to modern equivalents, the controls are horribly unintuitive. and the amount of time you spend in combat with enemies you can't actually see is unbelievably frustrating.
Are we still sticking with the mainline Metal Gear Solid games? This sounds like a Metal Gear 2, like a Solid Snake type review. So I'm gonna go with either that or Metal Gear Solid.
It is actually Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes.
What? How is it? Okay. All right, sure. We'll take it.
See, it's like, the ones you agree with, and then you switch, you juke it.
Like, you can aim in Twin Snakes, so you don't have to be in combat with people you can't see. That was the whole appeal of Twin Snakes.
Just look with your eyes. All right. This one is Zetestein, 4 out of 10. Usually enjoyable when you adapt the controls with good story, but way too many glitches with weird gameplay mechanics. Some of the bosses are extremely stretched out and have some undodgeable attacks as well.
I don't know that any of the games I wouldn't call any of them glitchy, so I'm at a loss here. And the bosses that are dragged out, and I guess I'm gonna fall back to Metal Gear Solid 2 again, just because I'm waiting for one of those answers.
You are correct.
I am correct. Yes. Hell yeah.
Vault Boy, 7 out of 10. Being introduced to the series later in my life, I have never seen a man fondle my balls and then recognize that I wasn't one of his Discord kittens. The fact that they introduced gay characters, before Overwatch was being made into porn shows how Kojima was ahead of his time with his Ghost Rider on the games. The gameplay is also just meh. Fun, but not as fun as the original Metal Gear.
This is Metal Gear Solid 2 again.
This is Snake Eater when Vulcan fondles
that's
Big Boss's balls.
I thought that happened with Raiden in 2. I had mixed that up. It does. Okay.
The president grabs Raiden and he's like, "You're a man."
Yes, that's what I thought. I have forgotten how much ball grabbing happens in Metal Gear.
Let's see. Mind Killer 7522, 1 out of 10. This game is nonsense. I know that this game is supposed to be high art, but it feels like talking to someone who really likes the sound of their own voice. When people say the cutscenes are long, it's not just the actual time it takes, it's the fact that between the stilted and poorly translated dialogue and the repeated, drawn-out exposition, I can't tell you how many times I fell asleep during a cutscene and had to restart it.
Preach. This is Death Stranding.
Yeah, no, I thought about doing that too, yeah. But it's not Death Stranding.
No. I feel like I have guessed 4 quite a bit, but I kind of want to guess 4 again.
You would be correct.
Yes.
Love for Fire, 7 out of 10. I'm not going to go on and on, but I do think this is a good average game and that's it. I think it was totally overrated for just too long. The controls are lousy, the visuals are blurry, and use texture warping, which I'm not a fan of. The characters are a bit cartoony for my taste, but it's still a good stealth game.
Gotta be the first Metal Gear Solid just because of the texture warping, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I was leaning towards Snake Eater, and then as soon as he said the texture warping, I was like, my man. I mean, you're wrong and bad.
I kind of forgot about the texture warping, honestly, but it makes sense for what they had.
It's actually, so I had kind of wallpapered over all the texture warping from the entire PS1 era in my mind, and then within the past couple years, I've revisited a lot of PS1 games, and yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, a lot of them are built that way.
Yeah,
it wasn't like PC games,
right?
At least PC games at the time. All right, let's see. Bree Gallbreak, 4 out of 10. This game was never good. This game still isn't good. The camera is your worst enemy. Guards constantly spot you and you can't even see them. And this gets worse once you need to turn on your radar in certain areas of the game. The story is just plain uninteresting. Hideo Kojima may be a master writer of stories, but this one doesn't deliver until the last hour or so of gameplay and cutscenes. And even at that point, I find myself not caring about some things. This is not a good game, it's just a boring movie.
Gotta be Snake Eater, right?
Ooh, this one's MGS2. Your clues were the camera and the cutscenes.
Yeah, I thought that because he was getting spotted by guards he couldn't see and stuff. I mean, you can just play the like Pac-Man with the radar on there. You see the vision cones and stuff.
Yeah, I would argue it's harder on the original version of Snake Eater when you don't have a radar, and then
exactly
the radar will clue them into where you are as well.
Right. That's why I was. Anyway, okay, fine. I lose. Yep, I'll take it.
All right, Spock's 500. This is a 1 out of 10. The only good thing was the intention, but the execution was horrible. I just find it torture to play this game for more than 3 hours. An extremely tiring, slow, and repetitive game.
Tiring, slow, and repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Man, I'm leaning back towards Peace Walker.
This is MGS Survive.
Fair. Okay. All right. I'll give him that.
Schism 78, 7 out of 10. Its strongest point is the music. Everything else is pretty average in my opinion.
So there's a lot of good music happening, but I feel like the ones that would be noteworthy enough for people to comment on would be 3 or 1, but just I don't see that review applying to 1. I'll
go later.
Go later.
Go later. Yeah.
Oh my God. Not going to be Ground Zeroes. I don't think it's going to be 4. Is it going to be 4? Is it Phantom Pain again? Am I going to just keep guessing Phantom Pain?
It's not Phantom Pain. No.
Huh.
I'll give you another one. Another guess here.
I'm going to go with 4 again.
It's Metal Gear Solid Revengeance.
Revengeance.
You don't remember that stellar soundtrack?
Not even a little bit.
That doesn't even like fit into like the series in terms of music. It's more like Devil May Cry music.
I could not tell you a single note of music from that game. But also, I didn't play a whole lot of Revengeance, so I'll blame that.
There's that one song. Cue that one song. LD34, Die Inside. I don't know.
The Mudvayne
7 out
album?
of 10. Yeah. Lead 34, Dead Inside. Le Dead Inside. Whatever. This game is very, very, very big trolling by Hideo Kojima, but this game is classic, and I love that crap.
Big trolling sounds like 2. Is it 2?
Yep.
It's 2.
You got that one. Einer Pause, 3 out of 10. This is one of the worst games I've ever played. I own the collector's editions from all the previous games, and I replay them almost yearly. But this thing cannot even be considered to be in the same universe. It is completely disrespectful from the previous games, and things like this should be banned, and the people involved should never develop a new game.
Strong opinions.
Yes, very strong.
See, the things like this should be banned. That makes me go to Metal Gear Survive again. It sounds like someone big mad at something that's not the game again. I don't know that we're going to have another Survive this soon after the last one, but I have to lean towards Survive.
I would have guessed Metal Gear Survive 2, but it is actually Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
That was my second guess. Damn,
I hit you with that Joker shit.
Yeah. We do live in a society.
We live in a society.
We do. Love and Death. Ooh, Love and Death. 7 out of 10. Truly the start of the Kojima that we all know him for better or worse.
Is this a trick? Is this not Metal Gear Solid?
This one's not a trick.
Okay, well, it's Metal Gear Solid.
It's Metal Gear Solid 4.
How is this? Okay, all right, yes.
I would say, yeah, the post-4 era and how weird 5 and Death Stranding are is probably why he said that.
There has been a shift in the specific tone of the Kojima-ness. I will grant him that. I'm still mad. It's still a bullshit review.
It's wrong and I hate it.
Yes.
Magilla Gorilla, 0 out of 10. Horrible. I hate Konami. The way they treated Hideo Kojima is awful. Never buy this game. Deserves all the hate 100%.
Survive?
Yep.
Are we surviving? We're surviving.
We're surviving. We're getting down to the nitty gritty of these.
Got it.
Hot Shame 1349. This is a 3 out of 10. The story and dialogue might be even worse than the second Hobbit film. The only positive thing I have to say about this game is that it subverted my expectation in one tiny detail. The German guy doesn't betray you.
See, I don't even know where the German guy doesn't betray you, but the second Hobbit film reference dates this very specifically.
It does, yeah.
Is that going to be either Peace Walker or 4? I'll go with Peace Walker. Is it Peace Walker?
It is actually Metal Gear Revengeance.
Of course it is.
Yep, sorry.
Man. All right.
But thank you for playing.
Uh,
Let's tally up the scores. I was counting and then I lost track.
so I'm going to guess I got like 30%.
You got 10 out of 25.
10 out of 25. So if I am good at math, which I'm not, I got about a 40%. So that's even better than I expected.
I've done worse on tests where I was supposed to know the shit. So
Same.
That's something.
So I think that qualifies me as the resident Bastard Sword Metal Gear Solid expert, I believe.
Let's show him what he's won.
I'm kind of waiting.
It's a trip to outer heaven.
And now, we're the ones being tested. Will the times erase us? Or work with us? It's gonna be a lonely battle. No good or evil. No winners or losers.
When?
Back in the 80s, you gotta go to Afghanistan while they're occupied by Russia.
I guess.
Have fun. You wanted this.
We wanted this. So, okay. Thanks for listening to this special edition of Bastard Sword, Metal Gear Solid, Addendum, Substance, Sword, Substrate, whatever version we're calling this. The Metal Gear Substance Sword Substrate Contingency Plan.
Metal Gear Contingency sounds kind of badass.
Kind of does, yeah.
Let's call Konami. Let's get in on this shit.
Pay us royalties. We will lend you this name.
But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for playing, Drew.
Hey, thank you for arranging this and letting me get almost every question wrong.
You were never going to get the curveballs. I just threw them in there for fun.
I was so close to the Suicide Squad.